is another beautiful day. Welcome to another edition of Insightful Moments. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Today we shall be discussing politics and purely politics. What is happening in the People's Democratic Party in Osun State? Recently we heard that the suspended chairman, Honorable Soji Adagunodo, was reinstated, but later the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the party, who is a chieftain of the party from the state, Prince Adeyemi, told us that it was just a rumor that he remains suspended. Also, the project 350 kV launched by Honorable Oluwole Oke, a member representing the Obokore Federal Constituency, is causing a lot of troubles in the party. They're saying that he wants to play a kind of spoiling game, that he is not ready, he's not a loyal party member. Those are the things we are going to be discussing today. And our guest today shall be Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi, a member of the party and also the Director General of Oluwa for Senate in 2019. We will be speaking to us and we'll shall be discussing and look at these matters together. I'm Jare Tiamiyu. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
Abokede Adironkefumi, General Manager, Osun Agency for Community and Social Development Projects. I want to say that you should keep watching Insights Link TV. It's a development focused communication media.
Thank you very much. You are welcome back from that very short break. My guest once more is Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi. He's a former director of a campaign of Alhaji Oluwa for Senate in the year 2019. He's a member of the PDP in the state. Mr. Adebiyi, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Sir, we want to talk about the latest in your party. Can you tell us, in the last 48 hours, there have been news that Honorable Soji Adagunodo has been reinstated as the chairman of the party in the state. How true is that from your own camp?
Honorable Adagunodo has not been reinstated.
Okay.
I also heard the rumor, just like every other person, on social media platforms yesterday. But as we speak, Honorable Adagunodo has not been reinstated because when he was going to be suspended, there was a letter to that effect. Okay. And now as we speak, there is no letter to the effect that he has been reinstated.
But can we ask her that? Was there any meeting in the recent, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, that that matter was actually discussed, maybe at the national headquarters? Was there any meeting like that?
I think so. The reason why I think so is because that news was first broken by a current member of the National Assembly, okay, who happens to be a leading member of the party in the states. Okay. I'm talking the person of Honorable Oluwole Oke. Yes. And I'm sure Oluwole Oke would not carry such a big story as a rumor. However, like I said earlier, there is no letter from the National Working Committee yet to say that Honorable Adagunodo has been reinstated as the chairman of the party. So as it is now, Honorable Sunday Akofeatidade remains the acting chairman of the party in the state.
Okay, let's stick to that. When we were speaking with the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the party, who is a member from Osun State here, he said the party is looking towards having a midway that so that everybody, a way that will be accepted by everybody. And I asked before that, he said that restatement of Honorable Soji Adagunodo will be the most accepted resolution, but he was unable to give us. Don't you think that will be the most accepted resolution? His suspension will be the most accepted?
I'm a young man, but I think I've been in this party for long enough to understand the best way to resolve crises such as the ones that we have found ourselves now. My advice to every leading member of the party in the last 3 months has been to allow Honorable Adagunodo to serve out his term. We are not having any election next year. Okay. And Honorable Adagunodo will not be the chairman when we will choose our candidate for 2020. So I don't understand why so much fuss about who is the chairman is or who is the chairman is. You understand? So for me, I feel meeting midway will mean that allow a duly constituted, duly elected chairman to serve out his term, and then aspirations can follow.
Okay. Okay, I think that is a very good point. But I still look at it. Some people are still saying that the allegations against Honorable Adagunodo is so weighty that we cannot just throw it away.
Where are the allegations?
Recently, the acting chairman, Honorable Sunday Akampa, they said the state working committee alleged Honorable Adagunodo of financial recklessness.
Where are the evidences to show that he was reckless financially?
I think
we kept asking them for 3 months. If you accuse somebody or you allege somebody of stealing probably party or company funds, I think you should be able to bring forward evidences to show that all these things were substantiated. As far as I am concerned, it's my personal opinion.
okay.
If you bring evidences of why you feel Adagunodo should not continue as chairman, yes, nobody condones. We are Yoruba people. We don't condone stealing public funds or deceiving people or promising 2 people the same secrets and all that. So, but what we're saying is substantiate your allegations, and then the whole party will now say that yes, this man has done so many infringements that he doesn't deserve to stay in office anymore.
Okay. Recently now, Honorable Oluwole Oke, as he just mentioned, launched project 350 for 2022 that he wants to contest for gubernatorial election, and that was exactly when the issue of Honorable Adagunodo restatement or non restatements came back into the media space. Do you think that the admission of Honorable Oluwole Oke is actually disrupting the party?
When people say disrupting the party, if you're a member of a political party, you should be very free to express your aspirations.
Okay.
For instance, I can wake up tomorrow morning and decide I want to come out for governor. Okay. It's my rights. I'm qualified. I'm not only qualified, I'm eligible. You understand? So I don't see any big deal about anybody coming out for. Let me take you back to 2014. Okay. When PDP was Oyetola left government 2010. When we were preparing for elections in 2011 election, most of Oyetola's lieutenants, when I say lieutenants, the people at the top echelon of his governments, in the name of Peter Power, Fatah Akebade and all them, came out and signified intention of becoming governor. What did Oyetola do? They allowed everyone to campaign across the state. It makes the party popular the more. You understand? But when you now begin to put a cap on the number of people that you feel can show aspirations to govern the states, then there's a problem. So my feeling is our party has not learned its lessons from the elections of how we lost government in 2010, then how we lost the proper election in 2014, and also the last, even though most of us know that we won in 2018. But liking our state to your state, if we had won by 150,000 votes margin, would it have been easy for the APC to manipulate?
That was exactly what I wanted to raise.
So what was a sensible party do? Is to try and galvanize support. Yes, there may be dissenting voices even within the party, because I'm thinking of the electorate. Basically, the electorate will look at the party as a very unserious opposition when they are not yet in government. They are the main opposition party in the party, and all you hear in the last 2 years is fights, insults. Nobody should come out to aspire. And if you look at all these people complaining that nobody should come out, they also have their own selfish ambitions. So allow everybody to express themselves. That's my own opinion, which I've always told them. If Mr. A wants to become governor, let him come out. If Mr. B wants to become governor, when it's time, the party is very stable. When it's time for the delegates or whatever means we want to use to choose our gubernatorial aspirants, we will decide what to do and support whoever wins.
Are you now saying that the influence, because some people are still saying that the influence of Dr. Adeleke and his brother, Senator Ademola Adeleke, yes, is actually the major reasons we are having this problem in the party?
Let me also state that personally in 2018,
yes,
that we had 2 major gubernatorial aspirants in the party. I, as a person, supported Dr. Adebiyi. But when the party chose somebody, we all had to toe that particular line. So that's the way it should be. In the party today, I'm not being economical with the truth. There is no one that can drag the gubernatorial ticket with Senator Adeleke. So why are we?
You see, because of what exactly? Can you tell us what you mean by that? You say, are you talking about the financial aspect of it?
Not only the financial. You may have money. We had money in 2014.
Okay.
We did not win the election. He contested in 2018, and it's the belief of so many people that he was robbed of victory. So he already has a base that we can build on going into 2022. And again, if Honorable Adagunodo is reinstated as the chairman of the party, which is the bone of contention of Oke currently,
Yes.
there's no way Oke can aspire to the governor. Well, they're from the same local government.
But you have also said it that
Yes.
it will not be there. It will not be the chairman when you are going to be choosing your
My
gubernatorial
grounds
candidate.
personally is for how long are we going to have an acting chairman?
Okay.
Honorable Adagunodo was suspended on the 30th of April. 30th of April to date is about 4 months.
Yes.
You can't keep the party in limbo. If you are going to sack him, sack him. If you are going to reinstate him. Rather than just keeping somebody, our party machinery and everything is not working currently as I talk.
Okay, you mean the acting state
The acting chairman is trying his best, but it's not like when you have a substantive
chairman.
Yes.
We'll go on a very short break now, but when we are back, we'll discuss more on what is happening in the Osun PDP and also the governance. The opposition party will tell us what the assessment of the present government led by the APC is. We'll come back. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My names are Honorable Zamot Ali Adebiyi, Honorable representing Owo State constituency in the state of Osun, House of Assembly. Keep watching Inside TV.
You are come back from that very short break. My guest once more is Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi. Mr. Adebiyi, thank you for being with us.
You're always welcome.
We have been discussing the happenings in Osun PDP and the way forward. Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi, can you tell us what do you think is the solution to all these hula baloo that we are having in your party? What is the solution way forward?
My own perspective. Senator Adeleke remains the aspirant to beat in the race for the governorship ticket of the PDP towards 2022. Now, the few dissenting voices that we have in the party, my position is we should lobby them. We should make them see reason why this fight should not continue. But some people around Senator Adeleke too are not helping matters.
Okay.
Because when we talk to them, they feel they must have their way all the time. So our position is let everyone meet at the middle and let's move forward. Anything aside doing that, I don't see us getting it right towards 2022.
Okay, we'll continue to watch that. 2022 is just some months to this time.
Yeah.
We'll continue to watch it. But let's now talk about the governance in the state. As we speak today, on every 100 naira coming to Osun State from the Federal Allocation Mobilization Committee, 91 naira is used to service the debt that was incurred by past administrations. What is your reaction to that?
I read it in the papers a few days ago, just like every other person. When you say 91 naira out of 100 naira, does it mean what Osun State has been running on is just 9% of its total inflow from the federal allocation accounts?
That is what we have.
But summarily, this is not something that should surprise anybody following happenings in Osun State since 2013. When monthly Osun has been servicing debts with well over 2 billion every month. So it's like you going to a farm and trying to pick snails. There's no snail you will pick without its shell. The current government is trying so hard to separate itself from the past governor.
Yeah.
But please, how do you separate the two? Because the current governor was the chief of staff under the last governor.
Okay.
So there is no blame you want to place at the doorstep of Aregbesola that the current governor, Oluwole Oyetola, would not be culpable. In fact, I sympathize with him because I always put myself in his shoes. The financial situation of the state has been so bad in the last 6 or 7 years. And honestly, I don't see how he wants to make anything meaningful out of it.
Okay, but some people are saying that he was the chief of staff to the governor.
Yeah.
He was never a signatory to any financial dealings as it's supposed to be. What will you say to that? That's why we are now blaming him for all the financial issues that happened in the last administration. Don't you think he should be exonerated because he wasn't in the party? He wasn't at the.
How do you exonerate him? If you know the workings of government, there's no way a chief of staff in the government. You know what chief of staff means? He manages the office of the government. There's no way a chief of staff because he has now succeeded his former boss, will separate himself from the excesses of the boss. It's not possible.
Okay.
Both the current governor and the predecessor are culpable.
But what we are still saying, people are still saying that, okay, when it comes to financial, the debt and every other thing, it's a matter from the office of the Commissioner for Finance. And, the governor makes whoever he appoints, see whatever he wants such a person to say, if he thinks that he wants them to say. Well, people are saying that, Oyetola was not part of all the financial debt.
I repeat that is not true.
Okay.
All the programs of the past administration were, in fact, they made so much noise that there's no way those programs will not be. Let me give you an example. The old hub around Dagbolu.
Okay.
I visited there sometime last year, and you will weep. If you compare what is on ground there to what the government claims to have spent on that project, it's a rip-off. It's just a waste. Look at the road just adjacent to your office here, the road from Osogbo to Ilaudo.
Okay.
We've been on this road. I don't think they've done 20 kilometers in the last 7 years. And so much money has come from either the development of African Development Bank or the federal government. This road project was 16 billion at inception. And from my source, the money was fully provided for. Look at where we are. We are paying back the debts. Akoda to Osogbo is 29 kilometers. It was awarded for 29.3 billion in 2013. Look at where we are. Osogbo to Iwo, so much noise was made about it in 2014. Nothing has been done on that road. So what are we talking about?
But don't you think that some people are still saying that we have to give some commendations to the present governor for continuing the project that was started by the last administration?
But I want to exercise caution in commending him.
But I still want to put to you that if you have said it that we should commend him for the financial aspect of the whole thing.
I didn't say you should commend him.
Okay.
I'm commending him
for the way he has been managing.
No, it doesn't have anything to manage.
What if your party is there? If your party is there, don't you think you'll just be complaining? That's what some people are saying.
If my party gets there
in 2018,
even if I don't know we got there in 2018, we will restructure all these loans and call back those contractors that accounted for the loans. There are names attached to all these projects I'm mentioning.
Okay.
Where are those names? I drove through Bongo today. I saw them laying some asphalt and all that. Rascon is a big company. I'm also into construction. It's a big company that, you will not blink your eye before giving jobs to them. There are ways you ask them questions. And if it's that enough money was not given to them, call them back to a round table and renegotiate. So that we can quickly come out of this. We'll be wriggling with this for 7 or 8 years. It's too long. Why? The only commendation I want to give the current governor, and is with caution, is that he is paying salaries.
Okay.
Paying salaries is part of the responsibilities of any responsible government to do.
Okay.
So that's why I said, although there is no way it could have been, I don't know the kind of word, I don't want to be too harsh. There's no way he could have closed his ears like the last governor did to workers' salaries.
Okay. Now, your party is preparing for next 2022 governorship election.
Yes, please.
And you have said that you belong to the caucus of Senator Ademola, who you refer to as the candidate to beat. What exactly are you coming to use to campaign? What do you have now and how it was before? What will your campaign be based on?
Nothing has changed.
Okay. What about the school restructuring that will take effect very soon?
Unfortunately, again, there has been no school. Let's say virtually the whole of this year, there has been no school. So there has been no time to test run the old system that we're going back to.
Okay.
So until we test run it and we see the results, then we'll come out with a position.
So what are you going to use to campaign? What will your campaign based on?
One, prompt payment of salaries, which he is doing. Although the arrears, nobody is talking about the arrears. I don't know if the workers are forfeited, if they are attending meeting for
will the party pay that?
You can pay over time. Okay. You can. I have an uncle in Oyo who is a teacher. He was owed about how many months' salaries by the past government of Ajimobi. And when Makinde came, he not only started paying prompt salary, he's paying arrears.
Okay.
So it can be done. But in Osun, our situation is so bad that even if you are a bank, will you lend me money? If Osun is a company, will you lend me money at this current time? No. So we need, when we get to power, we will gather brains who will sit down, evaluate the current situation of the states, and provide solutions in moving us forward.
So your agenda will be to provide solution to the problem.
Of course.
If I get it right.
There is no problem that is irredeemable.
Finally, sir, I would like you to talk about the happenings in Ondo PDP, and you have elections now. The party is facing the opposition in Ondo as the incumbent, and you are the incumbent now in Edo State. What was your assessment, especially you welcome this man? There was so much noise about his defection to your party, but he has left less than 2 months. And don't you think that he has taken away people that he brought to your party?
You see, as at 6 weeks ago, both parties were in both states, APC and PDP in Edo and Ondo, and there is free and fair elections. PDP would have claimed the two states.
Even before the defection of Honorable Ajayi Agbola?
I think so.
Okay.
I feel so. I see Agbola Ajayi as someone who just not only came to disrupt the party, secondly, he has shown that it's not the current governor who that has issues. Because you won't trust such a person. You left your party just less than 2 months, and you did so well in the primaries of the PDP. Nobody even gave him a chance. A new entrant who never had, just consulted for a few weeks, and he came second, beating those that have been in the party for long. That should be like a source of encouragement to him. But all of a sudden, in his desperation to become governor at all costs, he has crossed to ZLP. We are watching keenly what is going on. But in Ondo, I see a three-way battle, three-way race.
We had it in 2016,
yes.
And I think I was in Ondo,
yes.
And your party lost. Even the APC splitted into two, and they still won.
My party did not lose. I will tell you why my party is not in government in Ondo today. Our candidate in 2016 was Jare's son.
The same person you are.
The same person we are presenting now. And he had a fierce opposition within the same party from Jimoh Ibrahim, the businessman,
okay,
who went through the courts. I don't want to indict judges or anything. He went through the courts, and Jare's nomination was delayed until 48 hours to that election. So I feel it. So the governor at that time, Mimiko, after seeing the situation of things, he did not want Jimoh Ibrahim to become governor. And rather than Jimoh Ibrahim to become governor, he would support. And then the time they gave Jagede his full nomination, there was really nothing he could do. So the best thing at that time was for him to shift support to his friend, who is the current governor now. Okay. So where Mimiko's loyalty will be among the three now, because Agbola Ajayi has gone to his own party.
Yes.
If Agbola Ajayi had not gone to his own party and ZLP had not presented anybody, I, for one, would have told you straight that Mimiko will support Akeredolu to do second term. So, and then don't forget, the three major candidates in Ondo now are from the three different senatorial districts. So, okay, whichever senatorial district loves their son more and votes more, will definitely carry the day.
Okay.
Then in Edo, the current governor he just joined our party. When he was even in the APC, I used to praise him because I did a lot of projects in Edo, not through him. I saw evidences of someone that was working, And then the same man that fought godfatherism in 2012, and not only against godfatherism, and against the autocratic tendencies being displayed by the immediate past chairman of the APC, Soji Adagunodo.
Okay.
If a free and fair election is conducted in Edo, no matter what it is, Edo is naturally a PDP state. If you look at the composition of the National Assembly, there's only two parties. You will agree with me that Edo is a PDP state. I see Obaseki carrying the day. I see him carrying the day. I see him winning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi, for that, your thought, for sharing your thoughts with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we believe that when we still have anything to say, we will call you and you will answer our calls. That was a very wonderful session with Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi, a member of the PDP in Osun State. Thank you so much for being part of this show. See you on the other side.
Thank you.
I'm inspired by what Inside Links Media, what they are doing. They are doing a very, very good job, and I want you to keep listening to them. Thank you.
That was the session with Mr. Olusegun Adebiyi. He was able to tell us what the status quo is in the party as we speak today, and also what we should be expecting. He said their candidates, that is Senator Ademola Adeleke is the candidate to beat comes primaries of the party in 2022. You also hear this his opinion about the insolvency, the alleged insolvency that the state of Osun is facing, as considering the huge debt that was accumulated by the past administration of Ogbeni Aregbesola. He told us that it will be so difficult to isolate the present governor from whatever happened in the last administration, be the chief of staff of the last administration. That is how far we can go into this edition. Special shout out to everybody that was part of these arguments. I appreciate you all. And some other time when we come your way, from Idowu, Mayowa, Teslim, and all other members of Inside Multimedia Media, we say please have a wonderful day. But please, there is something we have to say. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Please and please subscribe to our YouTube page. It's part of something that you use to encourage us. Encourage us by subscribing to our YouTube page. Thank you so much. I am Jare. See you some other time.